This is going to be an overview of the SIXPAC business portal. This is what a business is going to see when they are utilizing SIXPAC. First and foremost, I like to start out in the settings section. Inside of the settings, I start in the business settings, and then I go to the default settings. The default settings are where a business can set up exactly how they want their system to operate based upon their business. So for example, if they have a prepaid setting, if they are in a specific time zone, maybe they want to use a technology fee to pass the fee for payment types back to their customer, if they collect tips, if they're going to be doing sales tax and what sales tax applies to, shipping settings showing the different bands of shipping that you have. If you're going to be putting your logo on your invoices and your receipts, you would upload that here, as well as other things like check-in settings, waitlist settings, and schedule settings. So this is the first place to start. Then I like to go into the employee user section. And so the next thing you're going to do is you're going to add an employee, but before you do that, you want to make sure you have your rules set up so that all the roles based on your different employees get set up correctly. You would go to look at the admin permissions, the employee permissions, and the manager permissions. And inside of there, you can actually set what exactly an employee can or can't do, what they have access to, and then these sidebar navigation will change based upon what you want that employee to see. Additionally, the layout settings is going to show you what you want to see. So you as the business owner, maybe you don't use all of the different features inside of SIXPAC, you can actually just uncheck one of these and it will remove it from the sidebar, so you will only be seeing what you want to see. You'll also want to set up your notifications. This is for things like sending out invoices, whether you want to send out overdue reminders, or if you have a service, sending to your customer a service reminder for an upcoming service that they have, or an upcoming class that they have, or maybe they have a membership or a recurring transaction and you want to send them a reminder that it's going to renew. All of that can be controlled inside of here, and you actually have different email templates that you can use to control those. So based upon whatever it is that you're doing, you can control and customize the email template so when your customer gets that, it's customized to them. You can add things like your liability waiver, and so if you want to have somebody sign a liability waiver before becoming a customer or before signing up for a class or a service, you can very simply add that there and we will e-sign collect it for you, and you can order hardware. So there are more in the settings, but that gives you the basic overview. And what all of these sections cover are different ways in which businesses can utilize the platform. Starting out in the sales section, we have a virtual terminal. And a virtual terminal can both be used without a card present, but you can also use it in a retail environment where this can work on a computer or a tablet, and it can actually connect with an in-person card device that allows you to collect card payments from your customers in person. Inside of the recurring or the memberships, you can create different plans based upon what you're doing. You can create a standard plan which just ties to a specific dollar amount, or you can create a custom membership where it's only good for certain classes, events, or services that you offer. We have a general fees section, so if you have like a one-time registration fee or anything like that, that can be collected inside of here. Punch passes are very similar to recurring, however, instead of them being time-based, they're session-based. And so you could say, let's for example, say we have a yoga class and you want to be able to offer, 8 punches, and then it automatically renews, and you want those 8 punches to be valid for 6 months. And then as they come in or they schedule a class, they would be using one of those punch passes. If you think of payment pages, these are kind of like single-purpose landing pages. They give the business the ability to have a promotion or a special that they can sell online without it actually having to go into their website. And then pay links and forms is very similar. You can create a custom form. You can create different fields that are required or optional. You can even collect a payment on a form, and then that can actually create a customer inside of your platform. The invoicing section has a few different areas to it. You have quotes where you can create a quote for somebody. This works in many environments where you're sending out a proposal. You can send them a quote, and then an invoice is actually sending out for a payment. And when a customer gets a quote, they can accept it and it immediately converts it into an invoice. Tabs is another great section. This allows you to create a house account for your customers. So for example, let's say you want to allow them to have purchasing power up to $1,500. You want to have a card on file that bills at the end of every month or end of every week. you can actually control that right inside of here and allow your customers to put a card on file and not have to bring something in every time they make a payment. Inside of our customers or our CRM, you'll have full access to all sorts of different things, but when you create a new customer, you'll have standard fields that we'll collect, and then you can create custom fields and make them either optional or required based upon when you add a customer. If you have a liability waiver, you can upload that here, and when you add a customer, it will actually create one. And what this ultimately looks like when you look at a customer is you will actually see all sorts of information about them, what their profile looks like, and all the different things, if they have payment methods on file, if they had any transactions, any recurring memberships, all of that would live inside of here. We also have family memberships, and so if you have a family that wants to share punch passes or share cards on file, you can create a family membership inside of here as well, and it creates that connection between the family. We have a full product CRM that allows you to manage all of your inventory. You can manage things by SKU, where you can just scan it in at checkout, or you can manage it manually. You don't have to track quantity with us. You can certainly do that on your own. We also allow you to continue to take orders even when you're out of stock. And really cool features, you have product variants. So let's say, for example, you have a t-shirt in 5 sizes. You only have to create that product one time, and then you just put the variants in there so that you can have all 5 of them live under one checkout experience. Inside Spaces, and Spaces is very similar to where you're going to be reserving an actual space as opposed to a service. And so a space allows you to rent out things. This can work for a host of businesses, but some examples would be maybe a golf simulator place, or you have an event center that's renting out different rooms. That's 1 or 2 use cases, but there's a lot of different use cases inside of that. Services we typically think of them as a one-to-one relationship, but the booking experience is slightly different. So think about if you go get a haircut or a massage or anything like that, this would be that similar experience. You would create inside of here the service. It would allow you to do things like decide, how do you want payment? Is it going to be collected before service, or is it going to be collected after service? You can do that right inside of here. You specify the duration. If you want to add buffers so that you can block out your calendar for a period of time before or after a service, you can do that here. You can set up age restrictions. You can even have a waiver required before checkout, and we'll get that for you on screen. And I'll show you what this will look like here from the consumer's point of view as well. Classes and events are group sessions. So let's say you're running any sort of an event or a class that has multiple people. You can set the maximum number of attendees. You can track attendance. You can limit how far in advance they can book. Again, you can get a waiver collected up front. And you're probably going to see these 2 things that says publish to My Store and publish to Marketplace. I'll show you this here in a moment, but those are very important things that you'll understand here in a moment why. Inside of the schedule, it allows you as the business to simply go into here. You can look at things on a monthly basis. You can look at it a week. You can look at a day. You can look by team member, or you can look by space. It just depends on what view you prefer. But let's say we're going to be adding something. You would just simply, click into the spot, or you can actually drag into the spot as well and say, okay, I want to do this time frame. You would go into your predefined services and events that you have. You can change it when you get into there, but you would just simply grab it. You can then add the service address if it's different than your standard. You can then assign people to it right inside of here. If you have an existing customer, you can just search. If you have a new customer, you can just simply click that and add them into there. Or you can be undetermined at that time and not disclose who the person is and just add them at a later time. So that's the schedule. We also have an e-sign document platform. This is very similar to any e-sign document system that you're used to using. It allows you to put the document in and then designate where the actual signatures are going to go. You can actually go in there, and I'll show you what this looks like in the edit view. Once the document is in there, you can drag and drop your different signatures, control which ones go in there. And what this does is it creates an e-sign document that you can send to your customers. It keeps a copy of it inside of your customer's view here, and a great part of the system. The My Store. So every business that we set up, they get the My Store by default. And the My Store, think of it as either a standalone website or a companion to their website that allows you everything you put in here, from products, spaces, services, events, every single thing you put in here. With one click, you can create that landing page or that website that allows you and your customers to actually be able to make purchases online without having to have a separate payment gateway, without having to have a separate merchant account or a shopping cart. All of that is built into the SIXPAC system. It's a really nice feature for businesses looking to take their business online. Let me show you what this looks like from the customer point of view. Basically what would happen is the customer would come to your website. They would see, if you're a product seller, all the different products that you have available. If they want to buy something, they'd simply add it to their cart. They would see the quantity remaining. Or let's say that you sell memberships online. You can very simply have that, pop up here. Someone can go in there, they can view it, they can add it to their cart. They're going to see that it bills monthly. Maybe you want to give somebody a gift card. You can simply go in here, designate the amount. If you're sending it as a gift, you're just going to put their first name, last name, and it sends to them so that they have that credit or that gift to use inside of the business. Let's say that you're a service-based business. Maybe you're a hair salon or a nail salon. You would use our service booking tool where your customers can come in, they can select the service that they want, they can select the provider that they would like to use or whoever's offering it. Then they can find a time that works for them, and very simply they can book on it, or they can actually add additional services if you are chaining services together. Let's say that you're having your customers schedule a class or an event. They can simply go to the calendar, see what you offer, what's available. If they're logged in like I am, they'll get this book now button that allows them to just click it and they can book it. Or if they are new or a guest, they would add it to their cart and they can go through a checkout flow. Or if you're selling punch passes, again, you can do that right inside of here. You have them both recurring in one time. And spaces, same thing. You can find the right space that you're looking for and be able to book exactly what's available for you. So this is a really nice feature. Comes with the SIXPAC platform as standard, and a really great tool to offer to businesses to help take everything that they just put into their system and take it online. So going back to the business portal, just a couple more things I want to show you here. The marketplace. This is, think of it, a combination of all of the products and services sold within the SIXPAC platform. Businesses can have the opportunity to attract new businesses, attract new consumers that don't use their products today. The other thing I think is really nice about the marketplace is that you can actually attract and find new customers, but you can also, once they become a customer, you'll actually have them inside of your platform and you'll be able to now interact with them directly. Reports is an important section. Every business needs to be able to have good analytics and good details on what's happening in their business. We give a lot of different report views, from a singular order report on through a detailed sales report showing them their best-selling products and inventory, giving them that analytics that they need. Or if they're running sales tax or tips, they can put reports right inside of here. And then let's say they want a report that doesn't exist. They can just simply go to our custom report. They can add a new one, and from any of our data sources, they can just create and make their own report, save it, and then that becomes a standard part of it. So this is the basics of the SIXPAC platform. When a business comes to us, support is something that we really pride ourselves on. And if you go online and look, you'll see that we have countless 5-star reviews about our service. We built a support portal right inside of our platform. Businesses will see our phone number, our email, our business hours, but they can also open up a ticket, and the ticket will be responded to right inside of here. We give a guide on every feature we have in the platform. If you don't want to talk to somebody, you just want a simple guide, we'll give you a guide on how that works right inside of here. So there's a lot more complexity to the platform, but this should give you a basic overview. We're excited to have you a part of the team. So